Welcome back to J&J Dynasty, or Dynasty as I like to say. Okay, just having some stupid fun, and we'll get on to it. So, thank you for joining. Hello, welcome back. This is going to be a little bit different draft based off of one quarterback at this time, not a super flex. You guys kind of seem to like these little draft things and getting the best numbers I've ever had. So I'll throw a little bit of a variation, a wrinkle. Zero point 0.0 PPR for one quarterback is what this draft was based off of. So I really didn't do anything to this draft. I just copied it and I'm throwing it up there. But I'm obviously gonna point out where guys might be sliding up or sliding back based on the half PPR for the rookies. All right. So let's get into this thing and we'll just start this one off. So as always, if you like the content, subscribe, comment below, click the like, give me a thumbs up, all that kind of good stuff, and we'll just go from there. So round one is how it broke down. No surprise anywhere to anybody. Bijan, Gibbs, Smith and Jigba, Addison, Quentin Johnson, and Flowers. Pretty much chalk across the board. So again, the four wide receivers are going to be the difference as how you see them and how you pick them, right? So we're going to go to the next one. So the back half of the round was A-Chain, Kincaid, Richardson, and Kendre Miller, right? And then Roshan Johnson and Charbonnet. I think that's reaching a little bit high, but with the pass catching variations dropped, you're looking for more touchdowns in the half PPR, much more towards the standard version. So that's what the big difference is here, is what I would assume. Why Charbonnet and Roshan, if you think that they're going to get the goal line carries, that's why they're going to be pushed up a bit. It's a little bit weird with A-Chain unless you just love the landing spot. Somebody here did that. But it's pretty telling that Kincaid went off the board as early as he did, and Richardson was the first quarterback taken, and in the first round. I would assume that he would be more like end of the first round, if in the first round, or early second. Like 11 or 12, so to speak. So that's what we have going on with that. So let's get into another round. Let's add a round here. So we're going into the second round. This is going to be picks 2.1, 2.2. There you go. So Bigsby got picked at 2.1. Mingo, Josh Downs, Bryce Young, Mayer, Spears. And then we got the second half of the other one, right? So being lazy, just showing two halves at a time, right? So Bigsby has slid up a little bit because the quarterbacks didn't push him back into the mid second round or so. So with that being said, I mean, Mingo still hasn't hit the top round. Downs still doesn't hit the top round, even though he's close. But then you start getting Bryce Young, Mayer, and Spears popping in there right in the middle of the second round. So I would think that Spears, if anybody, would have a little bit more upside with the receiving, being that if he winds up being Henry's backup, if he does see some playing time, it's a lot of times going to be on third down with obvious passing situations. So Tajay Spears, I can see why he would drop back a little bit because his PPR receptions aren't going to be worth as much like everybody thinks. But in this one, he's kind of sliding up. So I'm not really understanding that one a whole lot. Bryce Young getting picked early in the second round, which is about where I thought that he would go. So let's see the back half of the second round here now. All right. So we got Jordan Reed, Laporta, Mims, Rice, Stroud, and Tank Dell. Now, Stroud at the back half of the second round, that's about where I thought that he would go in a one quarterback league. So this is a lot different looking than you see, your three quarterbacks after Bijan in a super flex league. Like I said, this was a half PPR. So tight ends are getting pushed back. There wasn't a tight end premium on this draft. So it surprises me that these guys are this early, but Mayer in a full PPR, I can see him going at the end of the first. So with all that being said, it's not incredibly out of the realm of possibility that this is how an actual one quarterback draft is going to be going here at the latter part of the month. So this is the whole complete second round. And so we're going to take the first we're gonna take this half over here, and now we're gonna add that, and we're gonna make that 3-1. All right. So Tillman, Musgrave, Brown at 3-3, Wilson, Evans at 3-5. Zach Evans all the way into the third round on a half PPR. All right. I would assume that Evans would slide up, being that he's not a good pass catcher. Same thing with Brown, but that did not happen in this draft. Maybe that's where they're going to be at. They're going to be early third round picks or later with that. So then you see also Will Levis, early third round, first half of the third round is where I would expect him to go in a one quarterback league. So as far as quarterbacks, this is all setting up really well. There's nothing that I can see that's massively off kilter so far in the first 2.5 rounds. Now remember, way over here, this side, that's still the back half of the second. So let's get this going. There you go. Back half of the third, we got Boutte, Israel, Tucker, Hyatt, McBride, and Hooker. I mean, for my money, these are a lot of guys that I do like. So back half of the third round draft capital, take a chance on me kind of guy. These are the guys where I see some value. Finally, we're getting some value play into this draft on this one. All right. And it's probably basically about washed up at that point. So these guys are late round picks. I'm not going to get into them a ton. Just wanted to throw them out there to show you guys what's out there, right? And then we're going to go with this. So first half of the fourth round, and we're going to be going with Evan Hull, Washington, Gray, Scott, Parker Washington, Xavier Hutchinson. So that's that, and we're going to pop in the back half of the fourth with Perry, Vaughn, Jones, Kraft, Puka Nuka, and the Dallas tight end. So again, even in this fourth round, there's a few guys in here, but it's pretty sparse. Evan Hull, if you've got Jonathan Taylor, 4-1, you're going to love picking up your handcuff, your backup in the fourth round. Washington and Gray, I don't want to touch any one of those guys. Scott would be okay, in my personal opinion. And in half PPR, Washington's basically dead. He's a blocking touchdown, blocking tight end in the first place. If he does anything, maybe he gets a goal line touchdown because he's going to be blocking. So half PPR really doesn't even affect him. Parker Washington, Xavier Hutchinson are two guys that are growing on me a little bit, more so Hutchinson. Perry, Vaughn, Deuce Vaughn's just going to be a special teams guy. Charles Jones, I think that he's a value play, but I don't know if you want to own him all year for the shot at him being the third wide receiver next year and not getting usurped. I mean, if there's an injury, maybe he becomes quite valuable, in, where Boyd takes a step up and then Jones winds up being the slot guy then, where I should say Boyd jumps into the XY, but there's not a whole lot there. Kraft is a guy who's intriguing me a little bit, more so going so late in the fourth round as a tight end stash. And Puka Nuka, I think that he's very intriguing, being that they got rid of Robinson. Who's their number 2 wide receiver? Van Jefferson really isn't. He was always the top, take the top off the defense, while Beckham and Kupp were working underneath. Kupp is back and healthy. Who's going to be his running mate? If Van Jefferson keeps his old spot, he's going to be running the deep shots. Somebody's going to be underneath there taking up some those James Robinson, Odell Beckham catches, So, and then Dallas's tight end, well, I mean, he's almost as old as me. Look at which way we're going here. This way. Look at that. See, he's almost as old as me. So, basically, what I wanted how I wanted to finish up this video is I wanted to show you the complete draft. So this is 1 through 6, the teams, their picks, and this is going to be 7 through 12, their picks. So that's exactly how the entire draft broke down. And like I said, I wanted to run through this video real quickly, give you guys another updated draft. I did not move a guy. I just copied and pasted the draft picks from this posted draft, which was on one quarterback half PPR league. As you can see, there's no tight end premium. Otherwise, those tight ends would have been pushed up. And so that gives you an idea, a little bit more of an idea of where or how a one quarterback dynasty league is going to break down. So hope you enjoyed that. So we'll just kind of end the video there. But until next time, take care and hope to see you soon.